Hello, hello, and welcome. I am going to do the Saturday Night Live with you guys today, and we are going to go into fire signs right now, and we're going to do a holistic health reading. So, for those of you, for those of us, all of us are trying to improve our health, aren't we? We're going to discuss the energy around that situation. And it's holistic health too. So it's not just your physical, but it's the combination of the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of shuffling again. If it doesn't, it's a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, just hang on and keep listening. Something else will probably come up and resonate with you, or it may not resonate at all. Who really knows? But I hope it does. And I welcome you guys to the channel. Okay. I also have, if you like the tarot videos, I have a whole channel of tarot videos. It's KlaireeBerry Sanctuary. So check it out, specifically geared towards a lot of twains, twin flames, and also law of attraction type of stuff. And again, it's holistic law of attraction. It's like it's holistic health. So we got polar bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. Okay, this is what's going to help keep us in a positive mindset. This is what's going to help keep us with less stress, is if we take care of things when they're small. Don't let something blow up and get out of control and get so annoying that whenever you have to finally say something, you've already passed the point of no return and it comes out negatively. Always give yourself that time to process. The way we react to things can either cause us a lot of problems or it can help us out. And that's one of the best things in life, is having that control over yourself, to being able to, it's like there's enough problems out there, we don't need to create more problems for ourselves. So this is very much tied to health, emotional health, your social health, your what's going on here, getting a little chaos and confusion with these cards. They don't want to go the right way. We don't want to do the right thing. What does that mean for us? You and your loved ones are safe. So again, I'm feeling this pull towards just being calm right now, and being comfortable. That's something that kind of the astrological energies that are going on right now are also supporting at this time. So it is kind of a great time to rest, a great time to, not go, like, just enjoy yourself, feel good, do the things that, help you to feel good. And if is something in your life that doesn't make you feel good, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to stick up for yourself, and you need to cut away things that aren't there for your highest good, and that is the way to support yourself, body, mind, emotions, and spirit. And that is true health, is when you're in alignment. We have this notion that health is about, just about what we put into our bodies and what we eat, but we don't realize it's also what we put onto our bodies whenever we're doing toiletries. It's what we think inside about, inside and out. It's how we live our lives, our external energies. It's all of it put together. Okay. And the more you can live in harmony and alignment, the more you're going to shine and set an example for your loved ones and help them to be in that same energy of healthiness. And health is wealth. So peace too. Yeah. Again, just like, we don't think, we need to stop saying, oh, we need to de-stress, because that's a negative mantra. That is not the way to do the mantras. I am healthy. Don't even say I am de-stressed. I am not stressed anymore. That's saying it in a negative. What you want to do is say, I'm feeling peaceful. I'm feeling calm. These days, I'm just so calm. My life is so peaceful and harmonious. It's just so pleasant. Whatever kind of words, verbiage you want to use, go for it. Use whatever resonates with you. But remember, what you tell yourself is what you're going to get. It's what you're setting yourself up. You're believing your expectations. It's what you truly pretty much expect to happen. A lot of times comes true. Have you ever noticed that person, those people who walk around life saying, oh, it's not one thing, it's the next, crazy stuff just always happens to me. I'm just one of these people. And they keep telling themselves that every time something crazy happens. Those people need to watch The Secret on Boost. But it's crazy because sometimes it's people who are spiritual and who are, having this knowledge. But this is why you can get deep into any one area, but you need to have, again, say it with me, the holistic, view, and the holistic mindset, and the holistic lifestyle. Okay, so let's keep going. Ouch. Got my cuticle there. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So it's especially important right now to stay peaceful and relaxed. And it's especially important right now. It's like you've been going deeper into yourself, a lot. I'm feeling there's a relationship here, like a loving thing going on, but it's also taking you higher. You're having some stresses with this though, because it is so deep. It is so much change. It is a lot to get used to, and it's also, you're going higher, you're going deeper, but you're also manifesting. So it takes some work. It takes some of this, we've got to maybe do some inner child work, maybe do some healing work. I have lots of playlists on these things, but you're starting a new beginning. And again, it's taking this effort from you. It's taking this concerted effort, like of your whole, your whole body, your whole mind, all of your emotions. Like keep it up though, because whatever you're doing, it's great. And it's going to help a lot of people. What you're focusing on, whatever your passion is right now, I feel like follow it. Follow that bliss, whether it's learning higher knowledge right now, or, actually setting things into motion and working them through, or just meditation, like any kind of healing arts, whatever your passion is right now, as long as it's like a great thing, a righteous thing, a positive thing for the world, and it's being unselfish, then do it. And it's also a time to work too. We got to show up at our jobs, even if we know that's not what we want to do forever, and our mind is somewhere else. It's good to daydream. It's healthy to have goals and daydreams, and it gives you something to live for. It gives you something to work for every day. And if those goals especially are positive ones, then this keeps you busy. You ever notice these little old people, the centurions, like, that's one thing I noticed just in my own experience with the elderly. Whenever they are doing well, it's like they're independent. They're always doing something. They're working all day. They're on their feet. They're working around, they're not working too hard. It's a good balance, but they're the ones who last, they're the ones who make it. And it's like that with the Okinawans as well. They walk a lot. They're not, they take care of themselves, and they're very active, and it's a work, some kind of work, like hands-on real work, not like sitting at a desk job, obviously working. And again, it's kind of bringing all of these things together. It's like taking a walk. You get some fresh air, you get some sunlight, you get when you're doing work, when you're taking walks like that, and you're supporting yourself, you're getting out of different areas. Your mental is better because you're able to process things. They're starting to show some science coming out, like when you're on, oh my gosh, I cannot talk right now. When you're going on a walk, you were able to process things in a better way. It's so helpful. We take our kids for walks whenever they need a change of scenery. It's powerful. I remember when my 16-year-old little tiny baby, he's 6'3" now, but when he was a baby, he had a little bit of like colic, just a little bit fussy. And he actually, you would just take him over to a window even, and he would just stop crying. Or obviously if you went outside, it was even better, and it was instantaneous. And I've seen that. I've worked a lot in childcare for like 20 years, and so I've seen it with a lot of other kids as well. It's a natural phenomenon. We like to be outside. We like to go stretch our legs. We like to get a change of scenery when we've been in one place too long, doing the same thing over and over again, the same lighting, the same energy. We got to shake it up. We got to keep things moving. And you got to also, this purpose, having a purpose, knowing that the walk is good for you. Therefore, you have purpose behind it to do it. You're not just doing it for one shallow reason to like lose weight, although, losing weight doesn't have to be a shallow reason. But if you're thinking of it as that, then you're probably not going to have as much success. It's got to be a deeper reason. It's got to be a holistic reason. That way you'll carry it with you all the time, instead of only when you're thinking about that physical aspect, because we're not just one-dimensional beings, and we we need motivation that is deeper. We need like motivation for the days we feel like that, and then the days we feel like this, and then the days we feel more spiritual, and then the days we feel like this. It's got to be like holistic. And we always just want to feel good, because our health really is how we can connect with the world. If we're sick, we can't do our normal thing. We can't do our job. We can't have a good relationship. We can't go have fun. We can't do any of this stuff when you're not feeling well. So health is really, really important. So that's always a good, like, pure intention to have whenever you're doing things. And so it's good to set up your life in a way in which you're working on good health and knowing and just putting that intention. I am a healthy person. This is what I do. I do healthy things. I'm not a crazy nut, but I am overall a very healthy person. And when you say that, when you admit that, and when you surround it with enough emotions, and you take care of that baby idea, and then it swells, and then it gets into an emotion, because like you're proud of your little idea now, and it's starting to come true, and you're getting more and more better at it, and it's like it grows and grows and grows, and you get more proud, and that's putting a positive feeling around the thought, which is like the first part of the law of attraction. And then you don't stop there, of course. You keep that emotion, you get that emotion deeper and deeper and deeper, to where it's not a shallow emotion, it's a very deep emotion, and it becomes part of your beliefs and expectations that this is truly going to happen, because you know that this is pure intentions, and you really, really want it. You've been through times, it's almost like you have to prove to ourselves and the universe that we really want something, and why we really want it, and you have to show up, and then you have to start acting on it. You have to follow through it. You have to do it in the here and the now. It's one thing to wake up and say, oh, I'm going to be really healthy today, and then go ahead and proceed to like do really unhealthy things all day, like a lot of us do. Been there, still not going to say I'm like totally completely past that stage, because health is it's just like anything else. It's not linear. It's not like all of a sudden you're going to get one day and you're going to say, oh, I'm healthy, I'm here. It's just like the inner and the outer. There's always going to be work to do, and don't think of it as a negative thing. Think of it as a fun thing. Okay. So let's do one more, and then let's go ahead and go. All right. So let's go ahead and delve a little bit deeper into this, just because we have time and just because we can. Okay. So yeah, we have, a lot of this is about family, and one of the reasons too, we get anxious, and we have a lot of anxiety sometimes about our families, and like, oh my gosh, what if something happens to my family? What if they die? What if this and this and that? I know, getting deep here, this is crazy, but we go higher than that. We go deeper than that. And we know that whatever we're, we have our family, we have our home, we have to work for it. This gives us our purpose, and it causes us to be more healthy. It's like married people. Married people are healthier, they say, especially men. Married men are healthier, for sure, because there's that support, there's that family, and there's that accountability. So that's another positive, pure intention for staying healthy and for doing the things that you're doing. Carry these things with you. Make a list, if you have to, of reasons why you want to be healthy, so that when you reach for that unhealthy thing, whatever it may be, you have a reason not to, or not to, reach for as many of them, or however you want to, frame that and make it yours. Okay. But being peaceful and having this love, and this great family, everybody wants to, just be loved and have good connection with people, whoever that is, whether it's your actual family, or just dating, friends, whatever. Like, you want to have a connection, we want to have friends, we want to make a difference. And this is one of the best ways that we can do it, is by bringing this health into our lives and being an example for our friends and our families and all of our loved ones. It's obvious. Whatever we do, we think we get away with stuff all the time, but it's like, it's obvious what we do. Like, what you eat in private is shown in public, eventually. Like, sanity wise, emotions, everything shows. It shows in your face, it eventually shows in your body, and disease and all of this stuff. And it's like, you can't run, you can't hide, so stop trying, just be open, just be loving, just be giving, and just do your very, very best. It's a lot of it is about how, we're framing things, how we're looking at things, what we see, our view, our take on on life. So if you find yourself having a negative view on life, stop yourself and start to work on changing that, and start to focus on the good things in life. If you have to shut up the news, if you have to only follow certain, happy pages, if you have to live in a bubble, I honestly don't care. We need to raise the vibration of this earth, and it's not going to be done focusing on the negative. You can't, beat out the hate with hate. We can't be sitting here. I saw something of this climate, climate protest thing going on right now, and some guy's walking around, it's like panic, 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 and he's got a gas mask on, like walking right next to people's cars, and I'm just like, what is your message? I get it, you're passionate, whatever. I get it, you're trying to like get people to care, but people are going to write you off if you're bringing negativity to them. It's just like the way that it is, and it's the way you look at things, it's the way you carry things, it's what you're attracting. The frequency that you're on is what is going to come to you, is something that's also on that same frequency. So make sure that you are taking the mediocre things and making them great, thinking about them as great. Let yourself get excited about life. Let yourself believe in a little bit of magic. Let yourself be silly. Enjoy life. Do some dancing. Allow the good feels to happen. And I feel like this is a really good time for that. Kind of a wholesome, natural, loving energy that's kind of just surrounding us, like enveloping us. And it has a lot to do with us, again, like taking this trip. I feel like a lot of people are getting into occult, tarot, and astrology, and, different religion concepts, Kabbalah, like all this different stuff. And it's great. Stuff like that is, anything that takes us outside of ourselves. Again, a walk, going to a movie, like talking with our friends, getting out of our house, going somewhere else, getting out of our state of mind that we're always in. This is why the weekend is so important, because and then a little time off and a little rest is so important. Sometimes it's great to zone out. Sometimes you have to turn on some bad TV and just have a guilty pleasure, or go off of your I don't want to say go off of your diet, because you don't want to necessarily do that, but some kind of treats, and learn to pamper yourself in different ways. Get little massagers, get little things, spend, your time and money on things that are truly nourishing, and treats in that way, or in some other way than being like a naughty, like actually unhealthy treat. Like, you can treat yourself with healthy things. You just have to change the way you're looking at things, the way you're seeing things, and realize that you are starting this new journey. Make it all about this great new journey, that now that you're seeing things clearly, now that this happened, now that happened, now that you're studying the holistic law of attraction, you're able to manifest what you want. You are in control of your life, and this is a very good time, I think, to change. This is a very good time. Do not wait until Christmas. Get a jump on it, and what you will allow yourself to do as far as like unhealthy eating and drinking and whatnot over the holiday season will be much less, because you'll be like, well, guess what, I don't want to undo like all of this progress that I've made, as opposed to if you mess up now, with your diet and with your exercise and stuff like that, then guess what, and even with your sleep, because all of that is connected, drinking water, like all of that is, again, so connected. It's about your hormones, it's about all of this stuff. Your hormones is directly related to how much you eat, how much you want to eat. So it's very important to holistically support yourself as a child. Okay, you are, if that's where you get to this point where like you're sitting pretty, and you just have that natural, you get to have that natural beauty and that natural glow, because you're taking care of yourself, and it shows. That type of stuff is like the je ne sais quoi, like what everybody wants to have, but like most people don't have, because they're too busy, like succumbing to any little thing that pops up because we're indoctrinated. We're all indoctrinated to eat these unhealthy foods, buy these processed foods, eat this food that is not even food. It's actually a living being, and people are trying to kill it and eat it. Why? I don't know. Thank God they're, that people are waking up, but we need to keep on rising and keep on waking up and keep on balancing ourselves. And the more we balance the inner, the more the outer is going to be balanced. So when we balance ourselves, when we heal ourselves, when we stop, feeding ourselves these toxins and these meats and everything like this, and then that's going to help our environment, and that's going to help the vibration spiritually. And then everything's just going to get better and better and better. It's all a cycle. Whereas if we don't listen to this, if we just keep on doing the things we're doing and giving in, and instead of growing, we're sinking, into quicksand basically, and we're imbalanced. And then we have the tower moments, and then we're totally off balance, and then we're in a big funk, and then everything's just horrible, and then that creates more horribleness, because you're already on that frequency, you're feeling it, so you're attracting more of it to you. Then you tell yourself that's just what you do, and so it just keeps on going in this vicious cycle. And we have to say, no, stop, we're balancing this, we're stripping down to the bare minimum, back to the basics. We are focusing on ourselves. This is all about you. Do not let yourself slip into these obsessive tendencies about thinking other people are your happiness. No, support yourself, and these other people will come to you. You support yourself. You look inward. You are the star. You are the star seed. You are here for a reason to shine your light. Okay, that is what you're made of stardust, just like everybody else. You are very special. You are here for a reason. You are very, very, very necessary. Again, a lot of this deeper meaning here is about the purpose. What is your purpose? If you don't have a purpose, get on it, because depression is a bitch, and a lot of depression is just being too still, not doing anything, not going anywhere. And that's not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically as well. Okay, enjoy the good things in life. Just don't go overboard. Just enjoy a little bit of a lot of different variety. Variety is the spice of life, and it's good for you. I just recently learned this year that when it comes to eating your vegetables and stuff, it doesn't matter as much as people thought how much you eat, but it has a lot to do with your different varieties. And my parents, they eat a lot of fried food. They eat a lot of meat. They've always ate, somewhat healthy. Like, they eat their vegetables, they eat their salad, but one thing they really do is, like, they'll eat from the earth, and they'll eat a lot of variety, seasonal stuff. Just like they have little favorites, and that is one thing that I think that has kept them really healthy as they get older. So enjoy, like I said, enjoy the good things in life. You're allowed to. That is your divine right. Like, that is what it's here for. It's here for you, and you are special. So when you wake up every day, try to get into that zone, and again, the more positive thoughts you're thinking is going to create the more positive emotions, and the more emotions that are positive for you, just cover up, just smother those negative thoughts and feelings. And then you'll start to enact better things, and then you'll start to receive better things, and it'll just be, you'll just balance yourself out naturally, and have this confidence that, again, that you can trust yourself. And it's a really good feeling to be like, hey, I got my own back. I got my own back, and I'm watching out for myself. I'm not going to let anything, kind of steamroll over me and, like, just make me get lost. You know what I mean? And that's a good way to be. Like, always check in with yourself. How am I doing? Deal with emotions that are arising. A lot of the health problems that people have are emotions that are suppressed, repressed, emotions they may not even consciously remember. This stuff causes disease. And this is where you have, again, like, people just stress and this type of stuff. This is why you have to deal with yourself. You have to close it off. You have to be by yourself. And you have to kind of allow things to bubble up and pay attention to, what those little thoughts are that are recurring and that keep on coming back, with these little feelings that you just can't get rid of. They just keep popping up. And these judgments, pay attention to your own judgments of other people. I've got a whole playlist on shadow work here, I think, on this channel. And just check out my program playlist. And then if you want, you can go to KlaireeBerry Sanctuary, and I have a whole playlist on shadow work over there as well. And you can figure out how to really get deep into your own self and your past, your inner child, so that you can change a lot of these old kind of ideas and beliefs that you have that are not serving you and they are not good for you. So take care of this type of stuff, and you will just keep on improving. And again, it's holistic. So when you're improving your mind and your inner and your past and your now, and everything, your emotions and your spirit, and it'll affect your world. It really, really will. It's like, pay attention to the little things in life that are happening to you. Pay attention to the little thoughts that you're having. Don't just try. A lot of people, when they're kind of getting into the law of attraction and trying to better themselves and, get healthier inside and out, and they're having these thoughts, so they just try to cover them up. Well, okay, I have a negative thought. Well, they'll try to judge themselves. Don't judge yourselves for the bad thoughts that you're already having. Like, you already got enough shadow work to deal with here. We don't need to compound it. So replace it. You can replace it with a positive thought, but also that's kind of like a little bit more of a shallow way of doing it. What you really want to do when you have a chance is to kind of delve in and dive into and examine it. Be with this negative thought. Be with this judgment. Be with it, feel it, and kind of get to know it. And when you kind of marinate with it, and you kind of toss it around in your head a little bit, and why do I think this? And what sometimes you're taken back to your past and you remember stuff, and then you're like, oh, that's why I think that. Well, that's not even true. So canceled. And that's called flipping the switch. And then it just disappears. And then you're able to start from a more honest and open and truthful place in reality. You know what I mean? And that is kind of just a basic overview of like how to do the shadow work and the inner child healing, which I call the switch work. Okay, so yes, we are getting to this whole new way of thinking. This new way of thinking is going to help us so much. It's going to help us with manifesting all of our heart's desires. It's going to help us with compartmentalizing all these different areas of our life and focusing on them and doing all the work, you know, because life is work. Let's be real. You know, we have to work to keep ourselves clean. We have to work to keep our house clean. We have to work to make money. We have to work to keep our cars going or do this and do that. And it's like, we have to be ready. We have to be capable. And again, it's like we have to have this deeper purpose and mission and reason for living rather than just going through all of these motions. You know what I mean? We have to have passion. This is part of being, I think, a healthy person is having this passion and taking what you're learning and sharing it with others. You know what I mean? This is healthy stuff. Again, mind, body, emotional, and spiritual. It all together combines to create your results and what you get out of life. And what you get out of life is what, I mean, if you have all constantly crazy stuff going on, you're not going to be able to be very healthy. It's about creating a life for yourself that you don't need to escape from. It's about creating a life where you're comfortable. And there's so much anxiety in the world right now, and it is not it's not an accident. You know, we're being conditioned. We are being indoctrinated, you know, by the TV and by the radio and by all this mass media and by our friends and family, you know, inadvertently, you know, to be a certain way, this way, do this, do that, do what you're expected to do. And if it doesn't align, then yeah, that's going to cause anxiety. Hey,
I'm gonna take it all home.
All right, be safe.
I will.
Seriously, love you.
Me too.
So it's one of those things. Excuse me on that, guys. So yeah, your actions, whenever you're in this place, your actions will be better. You'll just naturally, when you truly love yourself, when you truly trust yourself and all of this stuff, you will treat yourself better. You will treat yourself like you love yourself, and you will make sure that you're having this natural alignment. You know, it's like alignment of the chakras. It's alignment of your mind and your emotions and your body and your spirit. Okay, however you may want to see that. And we have to check ourselves. We have to stop ourselves from, you know, getting sucked into different things, you know, getting sucked into depression, getting sucked into substance abuse, getting sucked into just living in the past or living in denial or whatever it is. We constantly have to be trying to get better, constantly trying to cut things away that we don't need. And not just in your house, you know what I mean? We go through life just being like distracted by things that don't matter, and then we're like, oh, we really should exercise more, we really should get more sleep. Well, why aren't you doing that? Well, the reason you're not doing that is not just because you're lazy or you just hate sleep. It's all when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's just self-punishment because we honestly deep down have beliefs that we're not worthy. I mean, it's obvious, like basic psychology, that a lot of people think that about themselves. But again, it's this indoctrination that happens that keeps us always thinking, you know, we're not enough and we need to buy more things, you know, in order to become, you know, better. And we need to eat more things, you know, to make us feel feel like we're living and really, you know, like all of this stuff. And no, that's not what life is really about. Life is a journey. It's a progression, you know, and that the physical health is a part of this. The mental health is a part of this. The emotional health is all a part of this. And whenever you get this all and it starts coming together, again, you won't even want for nothing. You will feel so good. You really have to you have to be healthy enough to enjoy your life. You know what I mean? You could have all the love that you wanted, the best, you could manifest the best partner for yourself, you know, your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever. You could manifest the best job in the world. But if your health isn't there, then none of this is going to matter. You have to be cognizant. You have to be mentally there. You have to be emotionally there, you know, so you don't ruin the moment. You have to be physically able to enjoy what you have. You know what I mean? So wealth should truly be, and health and this holistic health should really be our highest ideal. And again, whenever we're showing up for ourselves, this gives others permission to show up for themselves. It leads them the way, shows them how to do it. And also going to this place where we're honoring ourselves even more, taking care of ourselves even more. We don't eat these animal products. So it's going to help the environment. It's going to help everything. It's going to help us. It's all connected. Okay. Because it's the microcosm in the inner and the outer. As within, so without. So the reason why we have so much, of this climate, chaos and all of this stuff going on is this craziness, is because that's how we're feeling inside. So if we clear ourselves out, if we do the work and embrace the good, then we will rise. And we stop killing all the animals, we stop a lot of disease, our finances are going to come better. Like all of this stuff, it's going to help with it, just the energy of suffering, the vibration and the frequency of the energy here on earth. How many animals are being slaughtered? So much. And it's unnecessary, and it causes so much pain and suffering, and it hurts the environment in so many ways. It's like the worst thing for the environment. So again, the microcosm and the macrocosm, this is all just stuff that you can know this is the how it works. You know what I mean? So whenever you're doing something that's good for you, you're also doing something that's good for other people, and vice versa, and the world and the animals and everything else. So, and again, this goes not just obviously for, the plant-based, vegan eating or whatever, and that sort of lifestyle, but it goes for the inner as well. Again, when you do your inner work and you are honest with yourself and you show up and you do it, you're living in peace and harmony. You are a beacon, you are a light, you're shining your light for others, you're giving others permission, you're giving others hope, all of the above. Have you ever felt like, I always felt this so much. I still feel it all the time now, but this is a better example, is when my kids were younger and we would go out, go on a walk, and I'll have the dog and I'll have the two kids, and they're just so freaking cute. I mean, of course, they were such cute babies. I'm like young and, probably looking kind of cute, and it's like you're just walking, enjoying the sun. It's one of those days and everything's going, just like, it's a nice day. Who could not like this beautiful day? And then you just see somebody, and they're just kind of in their thing, maybe older, maybe a little old man or something. They're just like lit up by the fact of seeing you, seeing your kids, seeing your dog, and it's just like you were just being yourself. You were just living your life. You were just doing you, but you literally made like somebody's afternoon. You know what I mean? Like they were bored out their ass or something, and then they saw you, and it's like, oh my gosh, you really were able to help. And you should do that. Really, that should be one of the things that you try to do whenever you see anybody, is like try to raise other people's vibrations. Whenever we give other people energy, we give them love. Just send people love, especially people that are bugging you, that would hate you, because you don't hate anybody, because that's unhealthy, right? But that maybe you have some negative energy between, send them love. Don't be holding on to these angers and these resentments, and just try to forgive as much as possible. And the way that we do that is also with the inner child work, because we know that everybody, where they're coming from, they were a child once too, and they were probably abused in the same way they're abusing you or mistreating you. So we can forgive, because we know that really it's not their fault. It's the way that they were treated. They're doing with what they know, what they can. So sorry about that. Yeah, we have to love ourselves enough to stick up for ourselves. We have to set boundaries for ourselves as well. And remember, that's what the polar bear was about. We get this big, I'm getting this like strong, stubborn, like can be fun, but like don't fuck with me. Like we can have a lot of fun together, but don't be fucking with me, because I'm big and I'll kick your ass real easy, like with a swat of a claw. Stand up for yourself, speak your truth respectfully and compassionately, because you're always chill, you're always cool, you're always grateful. Again, when you live with these positive emotions, it's like you put a bubble around yourself, and you can put it around your loved ones as well. You are powerful, and what you think and what you focus on comes to fruition. So if you think you're safe, if you think you've got a positivity bubble around you and nothing can affect you, then guess what? If you think only good things happen to you, however you want to tell yourself these things, only happy things happen to me. I'm so healthy all the time. I just feel so great. I've been feeling better than ever lately. Whatever mantras you tell yourself, if you think about it and you think about it over and over, and then again, you get deeper and deeper with it, you really start to love this idea and love this phrase and put some happiness into it, make it into a jingle, do a little dance while you're saying the mantra or something, and get some positive emotions. Do the mantra right after you just did something that makes you feel excellent, like after yoga class or something. And then do the mantra then, and then see how powerful that is, or right after sex. That's a good one. Do the things that raise you up. Do the things that raise your energy. And then, like I said, you'll be sharing energy with others, and then that'll come right back to you as well. So remember, we are all energy. We are energy. And if that's just, we have to take control, and we have to know that we can affect it. We do affect it. We are affecting it. And that's, it's up to you. Knowing that your health is in your hands empowers you so much to be able to manifest even better health. So that's all I got for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you so soon. Don't forget to stay subbed. Leave me a comment. Any comments, criticisms, questions, etc. Anything you would like to see and hear from me. I know I've been covering a lot of different topics on this channel lately, but I am so happy to be here, and I just want to talk and share with you guys, and also hear from you too. So stay tuned. You can also find me all over social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest. Have a website, KlaireeBerry.com, with lots of vegan studies. And I think that's about it for now. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.